How to start a blog for free and make money at the same time. How to start a blog for free and make money at the same time. That is what we're going to talk about today. But, first, please send me your validation so that I can inhale it into my nostrils and down to the depths of my soul. Send said validation by subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hit the little notification so that you can get brand new videos the moment that they come out. All right, let's get into today's topic. Today we're going to talk about how to start a blog for free and make money. In today's video, I'm going to show you a blogging platform that is not only free, but also happens to be one of the #1 vehicles that you can use to make a lot of income. I'm going to show you how to sign up for this free platform and begin to earn a living in as little as 30 days. I'm also going to teach you some tips to help you grow long-term wealth on this platform so that you can eventually do things like quit your job by having enough income from your writing. Okay. Yes, there is technically a way to start a blog for 100% free and make a ton of money. This website is called Medium.com. Medium.com is a blogging platform that anyone can sign up to and begin writing articles immediately. There's also a program called the Medium Partner Program, and this program allows you to earn money based on the engagement with your articles. So here's how it works. You sign up for Medium as a writer and you begin to post articles online. And what you do when you post these articles is you put them behind a paywall to where people who are members of Medium, people who pay $5 a month to read this locked content on Medium, if you get members to read your work, you get paid. So this is by far one of the most straightforward ways to make money as a blogger. It is my primary source of income, and thanks to Medium and its partner program, I am able to make a full-time living solely from Medium. I'm able to make a 6-figure living solely from Medium, and it's still to date, even though I have other sources of revenue that come from blogging, it is by far the #1 source of revenue that I've used. I know many other friends and colleagues who are either there or are very close to making a full-time living using the website Medium.com. Now that being said, getting onto Medium and beginning to make an income as a writer is not as simple as signing up for a Medium account, posting a few articles, going viral, and all of a sudden you'll have all this money rolling in. No. What you're going to have to do is build a following on Medium over time so that eventually you will make enough money to where it's going to make a profound difference in your life. And it's going to take a lot of content creation as well as learning the ins and outs of how Medium works in order to be able to be successful on the platform. So let me talk about how to start this free blog on Medium and begin to earn an income and become a popular writer on the platform. And let me start going all the way back to the beginning of where I was. I started blogging on Medium roughly 4 years ago. And I started blogging on Medium before there was such a thing called the Medium Partner Program. So in the beginning, you could just post articles on Medium and you could use it to build your audience. So every Medium account has followers and you could gain followers by writing articles. And a lot of writers were building their email list by taking the articles they posted on Medium and adding little calls to action so that people would sign up to their email list so that they could move and sell products kind of on the back end. That's the way I was using it for the most part. I had a couple books out. I was using Medium to build up my email list, and it did a great job of that at the time. And for a while, that was pretty much my plan. My plan was to use Medium as well as some other blogging techniques that I'd cultivated over time to get traffic, to build my email list, to get traffic back to my website, and so that I could sell products like books. I had a coaching service going at that time. So I was mainly using Medium as a vehicle to build my audience to sell other products, but then entered the Medium Partner Program. And at first I was skeptical. You know, a lot of programs talk about, you know, how you could make money from them. And I looked at the Medium Partner Program and I kind of shrugged it off in the beginning, and I actually didn't jump on it right away. But then I noticed seeing some people posting articles on the Medium Partner Program, and they were getting a good share of engagement. People were reading the articles. People were clapping for the articles, which if you have experience on Medium, you'll know what the clapping metric is, and it's just the equivalent of a like. So I was seeing that people were doing pretty well in terms of the engagement they were getting on the partner program, and I wanted to figure out how much money they were actually making. So I decided to take a handful of articles, post them on Medium under the paywall through the partner program, and then see what happened. And in the first month, I think I posted about a couple dozen articles, and I made a few $100 from that. And for me, a few $100, at the time was amazing. And I looked at it and said, okay, I'm going to do the most that I can with this Medium Partner Program thing and see where it goes. Over time, the income just continued to grow and grow and grow and grow. At first, it would be a couple $100 a month. Then I would make $1,000 a month. Then it got to making a couple $1,000s a month. And then further down the road, I had my first $10,000 month. My highest earning month was something around $20,000, and now I'm consistently making more than $10,000 a month using the Medium Partner Program. Now, before we dive into how to be successful on Medium, I'm going to give you many different caveats to my story. Technically, you can start a blog for free and make a bunch of money doing it, but my story represents a highly unlikely scenario. There are not a ton of people making $10,000 a month on Medium. I know most of the people, and I can pretty much count them on one or two hands. You are not going to start making a ton of money right away on Medium. It is going to take you quite a bit of time to build up the audience that is required to be successful on the platform, as well as deal with the competition level. Medium has a lot more competition than it did in the beginning. So I did have the advantage of being an early adopter to the platform, which helped me make more money than someone who might have joined right now. And understand that you are going to have to write quite a bit if you want to be successful on the Medium Partner Program. It's definitely, in order to get your audience up, in order to get your follower count up enough to be successful, you're going to have to write pretty consistently. I will share some links below to articles I've written about how to be successful on Medium, and these are the resources I'm kind of drawing from right now. Also, I'm going to post a link to a free startup guide where it shows you how to start your own WordPress website. And I mention that because you want to have both. You want to have a WordPress website so that you can back up your work. You never want to have all of your work stored on one platform, especially a platform you don't own. So if you check the link below, there's going to be a link on how to start your own blog for less than $5 a month. To date, one of my blogs is still on one of those hosting plans. It's very simple and straightforward to set up, but what you'll do is set up your WordPress account, and then after that, you'll post your articles to WordPress, and then you'll copy and paste them over onto Medium. And when you go check the links of some of my Medium guides below, it'll show you a little bit more in detail on how to do some of those things. But now for some of the tips for being successful on Medium. Tip number 1, find a publication to write your articles for. I'll actually add a list of some of my favorite publications below, but what publications are almost like mini magazines within Medium, okay? So what most people do is they open their Medium account and they just start posting to their personal account, which is fine, but there are some drawbacks to this. You don't have an audience built up already, so it's harder for people to find you. Whereas instead, if you wrote on a publication, these publications already have built-in followings of their own. So if you get accepted into these publications, you get to kind of siphon off a little bit of traffic from these pre-established publications that already have their own fans. So this is one thing I jumped on quite early, and it's really a very viable strategy for people who have little to no audience on Medium at all. It's going to be very difficult for you to just post straight to your account from scratch without having any sort of means of boosting your audience from the outside. So publications are going to be huge if you want to be successful on the platform. The second step, and it's kind of a step that I tell people over and over and over again, is learn how to write for an audience. So when it comes to blogging, there are certain techniques that are much more conducive to you being successful as a blogger who is writing for an audience. These examples are using great headlines. How to enlist headlines, as boring and cliche as they may seem, work really well. Using the word you a lot in your content. Avoiding treating your blog as a personal journal. This is probably the #1 mistake new bloggers make, and I'm going to make a separate video on that, diving deep into different blogging tips. But the #1 thing you want to avoid is just telling random stories about your life and hoping that people are going to magically care about them. So you want to begin learning these blogging techniques, and I'll share some resources below, and I'll also share a resource which is an online course I've created on how to be successful on Medium. Now, you can take whatever option you want. I have free resources and paid resources, but what you'll want to learn over time are simple blogging techniques that you can use to develop an audience, instead of what most people do is writing these sort of idiosyncratic rants about random moments in their life, and this really does not work. You're going to want to learn how to write for an audience. The next step is simply figuring out some of the different elements of how Medium works. I go into depth more in these resources I provide, as well as the course that I provide. But there are certain things you want to be mindful of. Tags. You can use tags on your post to pique the curiosity of people who have chosen those tags as their interests. So people choose interests, and then if you choose tags that correlate to those interests, it'll get put onto the feed in front of those people. Other things to be mindful of is, networking and learning how to connect with people on Medium. So that means reading articles on Medium, making thoughtful comments, really adding your 2 cents, seeing which writers are popular on Medium. There's a feature where you can go look for the top writers in each tag to where you can see which articles are doing well, which writers are doing well, and begin to really study the landscape. You want to become a student of Medium if you want to be successful on the platform. And the last tip I'll really give you is to focus heavily on frequency. You are going to want to write ideally bare minimum 1 article per week, ideally 3 articles a week, and if you're a pro, 3 to 5 articles a week, which is the pace that I'm currently writing at. And if you are able to sustain this for a long period of time, you'll be successful. Now, most people aren't going to blow up right away, but I've had friends who have done very successful on the platform. My friend Shannon, she went from $0 to $100,000 in income in less than a year. There are several stories I know of friends who started from scratch, and within a year they were beginning to make a 4-figure income. A friend of mine, who I'm not going to mention her name, she just had her first $8,000 month when she started writing on Medium about a little over a year ago. And these people are definitely anomalies. Don't get me wrong. If you look at the statistics, most people do not earn money on Medium at all. Only, I think it's less than half of active writers in the partner program make more than $100 per month. But the same can be said about the blogosphere as a whole. Most people don't make money blogging, period. So this is not going to change with Medium. But what I can tell you is that Medium is one of the, if not the most powerful blogging platforms that you can use to start a blog for free and then make money doing it. I would suggest that you become a Medium member just for your own karma and goodwill. It's only $5 a month. Because if you don't, you're going to create some weird psychological subconscious signal in your head that you are not worthy of money since you are not paying for the creations of other people. So just go ahead and become a Medium member. I'll share a link to how to do that below as well. So become a Medium member, start learning the landscape of Medium, take a look at some of the resources I have below, and also take a look at the Medium course and see if that's something that would be a good investment for you. But without question, if you want to learn how to start a blog for free and make money, getting onto Medium and experimenting with how it works is hands down the best option you'll find. Okay, I will see you on the next video.